You want to learn a skill that actually matters, one that makes you money, gets you noticed, and opens doors. But you have a problem. You have no clue how to get good. You've watched YouTube tutorials, bought a course, read a book, and thought, all right, I got this. But nothing changed. So here's the real question. Why do some people level up fast, land opportunities, build expertise, and succeed while others stay in one place for years? The answer? Most people follow the wrong system. They do it completely backward from how successful people actually learn. What if I told you that you could go from complete beginner to highly skilled in just 6 months without feeling overwhelmed? By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, no BS roadmap to master any skill. And the best part? You don't need natural talent or years of studying, just the right approach. Step 1. Pick one skill. People screw up before they even start because they try learning 5 things at once. I was the king of switching skills. 1 month I was learning to dropship, then I thought, wait, maybe I should be a YouTuber. A month later, I saw some guy making 6 figures in trading, and suddenly I was definitely going to be a trading pro. Meanwhile, I was getting nowhere with any of them. Turns out you actually have to stick with something to get good. Who knew? So here's your first rule. Pick one skill and commit. Not 2, not 3, 1. And before you hit me with, but I don't know which one to choose, relax, I got you. Here's how you make the decision. Does it make money? If people or businesses don't pay for this skill, it's a hobby, not a high-value skill. Do you actually enjoy it? If you hate it, you'll quit after a month. Does it fit your long-term goals? If it doesn't move you toward the future you want, it's a waste of time. You don't need the perfect skill, just one that checks these 3 boxes. But choosing a skill is just step 1. Most people get this far, but then they make a mistake that completely derails their progress. And if you don't catch it, no skill in the world will get you results. Step 2. Stop consuming and start doing. Most people never actually do the thing they're trying to learn. They watch tutorials, read articles, and take courses. But the moment they need to build something, they freeze. This is called tutorial hell, where you feel like you're learning, but you're actually making 0 progress. And I get it. Watching a tutorial is safe. You don't fail, you don't struggle. But that's also why you don't improve. There's a simple mindset shift that high achievers use to break out of this trap. Start doing immediately. If you're learning to code, write a simple program today. If you're learning copywriting, write a product description right now. If you're learning video editing, edit a 30-second clip before watching another tutorial. Mess it up, struggle, get frustrated. That's how you actually learn. But this is where most people stop. They take action, but they're missing a key step that separates beginners from top performers. And in just a second, I'll show you the exact formula that makes skill mastery 10 times faster. But first, let me ask you something. Are you serious about getting your life together? Look, if you're still watching, I'm gonna assume you want to improve, right? Cool. Then here's the deal. If you're into straight-up no BS content about actually getting your life together, instead of just thinking about it, you're in the right place. I don't do hour-long lectures. I keep it short, actionable, and real. If that's your vibe, hit subscribe and let's lock in. Next up, we're breaking down the 70-20-10 rule, the learning formula that separates "I've been researching this skill" from "I actually know what I'm doing." And trust me, you'll want to hear this before you waste another hour thinking you're making progress when you're really just running in circles. Step 3. Follow the 70-20-10 rule. You've been taught to learn first, then do. That's wrong. There is a better way. You don't learn by just studying, you learn by doing. If you want to be the same as successful people and master a skill in 6 months, here's what you need to do. 70% of your time should be hands-on practice. Not watching, not listening, actually doing the thing. 20% should be getting feedback. Join communities, find mentors, and get people who are better than you to critique your work. 10% should be studying. This means courses, books, and tutorials. Now, guess what most people do? They flip this upside down. They spend 90% of their time studying, telling themselves, "I'm preparing." No, you're procrastinating, and that's why you never improve. So here's your move. From now on, for every 1 hour you spend watching a tutorial, you should spend at least 7 hours practicing. But even if you follow this, you'll still fail if you don't fix this next mistake. Step 4. Get your brain in the right state. Ever read the same page 10 times and still couldn't remember a damn thing? But then other times, you skim something once and it just sticks? Why does that happen? Because your brain only learns when it's in the right state. If your mind is full of stress, distractions, and random overthinking about how you should probably clean your room, then good luck absorbing anything. You could read the same page 100 times, and it still won't sink in. But when your mind is calm, clear, and focused, learning feels effortless. And this is where most people go wrong. They try to cram information when they're mentally exhausted, distracted, or running on fumes from doom-scrolling TikTok at 1 a.m. It's one of the biggest mistakes you can make, and I'll tell you how to fix it. Your brain is basically on steroids right after you wake up, so study first thing in the morning. Your mind is clear. It hasn't been bombarded by social media, emails, or distractions. Your brain is in a high retention state. Overnight, it clears out waste and organizes memory. In the morning, it's like having a fresh hard drive. Your willpower is strongest. Later in the day, you'll be drained, and your brain will crave easy dopamine. So tomorrow when you wake up, no phone, no distractions. Spend 90 to 120 minutes doing deep, focused learning on your skill. No multitasking, no background noise, just you and the work. This is how top students, elite performers, and high achievers train their brains. If you start doing this, you'll learn faster in 6 months than most people do in 2 years. But here's what no one talks about. Skill building isn't just about execution. It's about what happens after you take action. And if you don't get this next part right, you'll still struggle, no matter how hard you work. Step 5. Stop hiding and start posting. Most people learn in secret. They practice alone and never show their work. They tell themselves, I'll share it when I'm good enough. That's a mistake. If you want to improve 10 times faster, you need to put yourself out there. Learning to write? Post your work on Twitter. Yes, even if it sucks. Learning design? Share your projects on LinkedIn. People pretend to be professional there, but trust me, they love good content. Learning video editing? Post short clips on TikTok or Instagram, or both. Why not? I already know what you're thinking, but what if my work sucks? Good. It's supposed to. That's the point. If you only practice in private, you'll never know what's actually working. You'll just keep guessing. But when you put your work out there, you get real feedback, real improvement, and real opportunities. And here's the crazy part. Most people will never do this. They'll keep waiting until they're ready. But guess what? You're never ready. You just start. And coming up, I'll show you the exact 6-month roadmap to take your skill from beginner to actually making money with it. Step 6, the 6-month execution plan. All right, you know what to do. But here's the real question. How do you actually structure your time so you don't fall off after 2 weeks? Simple. Follow this roadmap. Month 1 to 2, learn and apply. Pick your skill. You did that already, right? Right? Learn the basics. Courses, books, tutorials, but only enough to get started. No endless research rabbit holes. Apply what you learn immediately. Build small projects. Even if they suck, they will. That's normal. Join a community of people actually doing the thing on Reddit, for example. Surround yourself with people who are better than you. Month 3 to 4, real-world experience. Freelance, side hustle, personal brand, something real. No more practicing in the dark. Get feedback. Yes, this means letting people see your work. No, you won't die. Start building a portfolio. This is proof that you actually know what you're doing, because saying, I'm learning, means nothing if you have nothing to show. Month 5 to 6, monetize and mastery. Offer your skill for free. Yes, free to test the waters. Land your first paid gig. Freelance, consulting, job applications, whatever fits your skill. Keep improving, keep stacking proof, and keep increasing your rates. At this point, you're actually skilled, and you didn't waste years overthinking it. Now that you have the full roadmap, there's just one question left. Will you actually start? Because here's the reality, most people won't. They'll watch this, get hyped for 10 minutes, then go back to scrolling, convincing themselves they'll start soon. 6 months from now, you're going to be in one of 2 places. Still talking about how you really want to learn this skill, but something always comes up. Or you will be good at something, making progress, landing opportunities, and ahead of 99% of people. Comment below with the skill you're committing to. No vague answers. Let's see who's serious. And if what's stopping you is the fear of wasting effort on the wrong skill, I made a whole video on that. You can watch it here. No more excuses. Let's go.